And I think a few more people are going to hop on. But I'm going to, oops, hold on. Let me share my screen. No. Where is it? Here it is. Okay. My desktop is a mess, you guys. Okay, so can you guys see my slides?
Yes.
Okay, sweet. All right. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to text Megan really quick because I know that she wanted to hop on. She might have lost track of time. Okay. All right. So again, welcome you guys. Thank you so much for coming. Last week hey Elizabeth. Last week we didn't meet, but usually every single Monday evening at 9 p.m. we have one of these calls. So put it on your calendar. I hope to see some of you here as often as you can make it. I know all of us have crazy schedules and won't always be able to make it, but I promise these calls were like vital to my success in the beginning. Just being a part of the team. Oh my gosh, Mackenzie is so distracting and wonderful. So Kelsey, because you can't see the other people, I can see all of you guys, and Elizabeth's little baby is like the cutest in the whole world. Okay, so first, before we talk about marketing, I wanted to talk to you guys about Summit really quick. So Summit is an amazing, like huge event that Beachbody puts on every single year for all of the coaches. Like there are no requirements to get to Summit. Like if you're a coach, you can go. You don't even have to be a coach. But it's basically an event where everybody goes to one place. We receive really, really targeted, awesome training from the leaders in the company. There are workshops, there are huge super workouts with all of the Beachbody celebrity trainers. Like it's amazing. And Summit last year is what launched my business. Like I had been doing this for a year before that, almost a year. But Summit is where it became real. Summit is where it was like, okay, I can do this, first of all. And second of all, now I have the tools and I know how. So most of you know this, but if you hit Success Club in your first 3 months as a coach, you can earn a free ticket to the next Coach Summit. So Kelsey, if you hit Success Club this month, next month, and the following month, you will get a free ticket to the 2018 Summit. So I hope all of the newbies, if anybody's listening to the recording, because Amber and Elizabeth are not new, I hope that all of you will do that for real. It's a life changer. And if you get to Summit, even though you're going to spend money like on, an Airbnb or a hotel room or whatever, and food and that kind of stuff, it will pay for itself. When I got back from Summit last year, my team exploded. It will pay for itself. So if you can get there, you guys, I can't encourage you enough. And I'm not sure if there's going to be live streaming of anything this year, but if there is, I'll let you guys know and I'll get you the link to that. There's also a brand new program launching this month. I'm not sure if all of you have seen, but it's called Shift Shop. If you go into your Coach Online office, click on Sales and Marketing, and then Business Tools, and then Product Toolkits, you can read all about that, and I encourage you to do that. I'll be marketing for it this month because it launches this month, but I mean, none of us have access to it yet. And I don't think that my people would be very interested in like this nebulous program that is coming out and they don't know anything about it. So I'll be sharing about it this month, but you can start sharing whenever. Okay, so tonight we're now getting into our actual call. I wanted to talk about marketing on social media. I feel like the whole sharing part of coaching can be really daunting at first. A lot of people say, to me, like when they're talking about the possibility of coaching, that they wouldn't even know where to start with posting and sharing on social media. And they look at my graphics and they look at my page and they're like, have you seen your graphics? Like, I don't know how to do that. I can't do that. And, that's because I've been practicing for 2 years. I've been doing this. But when I first started, I didn't even know how to make like a photo collage. I saw my coach posting like videos of her workouts and I was like, I don't even know, like, I don't know how this thing works at all. but it's just practice. Obviously somebody who's never even touched PicMonkey won't be able to just sit down and bust out some awesome graphics yet, right? But I think that what we forget in the beginning is that the person that we're comparing ourselves to often has much more practice than we do. I can't compare myself to anyone else in any other aspect because I'm not them, right? I have different strengths and talents, and like Kelsey, you have different strengths and talents than I do. Elizabeth has different strengths and talents. And that's okay. Like no two people are the same. So, and think about this, like if you're stressed out about like, oh, I don't know how to make awesome graphics or whatever, that's obviously an objection for you. You're sitting there thinking like, okay, how can I be successful at this business if I don't know how to make these awesome graphics? I bet somebody out there is looking at you and saying, oh man, I can't do what she does because I don't know how to put those videos together. You know what I mean? So think about that. Like, don't let the, your lack of like knowledge or ability or whatever deter you. Like, it takes time to learn. You can be successful with very, very simple graphics. You can be successful with very, very simple workout videos. Kelsey, I loved the size collage that you did the other day. That was awesome. So like, it's okay to keep it simple. Last year's top coach is, her name is Melanie Mitro. And she really doesn't do whole lot of anything special as far as graphics go. And you don't have to do that either. So, but I will say the one thing that is super, super important at the beginning is the appearance. When somebody first comes to your page, that's like your storefront, okay? So would you go into a store like, okay, like let's say you're walking down the street and there was this like dark door that was like covered in dust and grime and like you couldn't really see through it. You're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go eat dinner here. No, of course not. Like, you would not. So your goal is for people to look at your storefront and to think, okay, this is like a bright and vibrant person. This is somebody who has something to offer to me. Oh, look, she is really great at whatever. It doesn't matter, what your passions are. It doesn't matter what, like, if your passions are different from my passions, it doesn't matter, but sharing who you are on your page is super important. So number one, a bright profile photo. Okay. If you look at your profile photo and you think like, oh, wow, that's kind of grainy, like go take a better photo right now and change it. Obviously not right now because we're on the team call, but, and then another thing that's really helpful to have is a cover photo with a click here to learn more. And I'll show you what I mean by that. So I just updated mine today. But if you look at my profile, like first I have a bright profile picture, okay? Like you can see my eyes. I could probably get even a little bit closer. And then I have my cover photo. It shows my personality. It has my mission statement, live free. And then, hey, I can click here to learn more. Like, check out this person doing this awesome side plank with her leg in the air. I wish I could do that. Oh man, look at that cute little baby and her really attractive husband. I want to click to learn that, So, and then you can click and there's a little blurb about what I have to offer. And it was really cool. I posted this today and somebody shared it. I was like, what? That's pretty cool. So, and all you do is when you update your cover photo, you come in here on the desktop and you can click edit description. But like you can see, this was my last cover photo and it was like this for an embarrassingly long time. But it was just the best is yet to come. Okay. So like the people come to my page and they see, oh, hey, she's a positive person, right? Like it doesn't have to be anything special. And wow. I have had like almost no cover photos, but I'm going to start updating it more often. So keep that in mind, a bright profile picture and a cover photo, okay? But remember, you have to be a beginner before you can be anything else. Start where you are. It doesn't matter when you started. It doesn't matter what you know about fitness or making graphics. It doesn't matter where you came from. All that matters is the work that you put in. Like, ask yourself, why can't I be one of the top leaders in this company? Why? What's stopping me from doing that? For me, I know what's stopping me from being one of the top leaders in this company, and I'm working my butt off trying to learn more so that I can get there. You know what I mean? So learn all you can now, and you'll be off to such a great start. People tell me all the time, like, oh, wow, you've been so successful. Like, I'm so inspired by you, whatever. And I think that that's awesome. Like, it's amazing that they are inspired by me and that they think like, wow, you're doing really great. But when they tell me that, I'm like, what? Like, I feel like such a beginner still. I feel like I don't know everything. And that just goes to show, that the difference is that I believed early on that I would be successful and that I could be successful. And I've done everything in my power to make sure that that's happening. I've done the work. I've done the research. And I really think that a big part of that is because I connected with my why early on. I knew beyond the shadow of a doubt why I wanted this, and I worked hard because of that. So connect with your why, and you're going to have that fire in your gut that pushes you forward to believe that you can do this. Okay, so let's talk about like how to post, how to share your journey. So again, number one, it's okay if you don't know a ton about fitness and nutrition yet. It's okay if you aren't at your target weight yet. People will be inspired by your transformation as you go. You have no idea how unhealthy I was before I started this journey. Like, I was so unhealthy. I was like one of the biggest party girls in college. I had horrible habits. I ate like my roommate and I would make this popcorn every single night with like so much butter and sugar. Like I was incredibly unhealthy. Okay. And then after college, I had a bunch of awful health issues, like when I started my career teaching. And so those people, all of the people that I connect with who knew me in college and who knew me when I started my career teaching, know that I was a mess. But when they connect with me now and they see where I am now, they're inspired, and they believe that because I changed my life, that they can change their life. Same with you. Think about the people in your life who'd be inspired to know that you had made some changes, right? You can change their lives. You can do that. So before anything, like before you think about, okay, well, what am I going to post? How am I going to post? This is super important. You have to take stock of your thoughts. And I have to do this every single day. Like, are you creating a positive outlook and a positive mind regarding, sharing your social media? Or are you looking at it as like, oh, like this is such a chore and it's going to annoy all my friends and family and they're just going to think that I'm super annoying? Like, remember, you have something amazing to offer to them. If you're a coach, it's probably because you've seen how this company has the potential to change someone's life, right? Like, raise your hand if you think this company is lame. None of us, right? Like, we all believe in this company. So every day before you start posting, fill up your mind with positivity. Do some personal development. Like, there's a reason that personal development is one of the 4 vital behaviors of this business. It's personal development. It's be a proof that the products work. Invite, and then recognize other people's progress, right? Like, personal development is super important. So, start your day with that. Go to YouTube and find Melanie Mitro's most recent like business tip Tuesday, or search Bonnie Engel. She's awesome. Or any of the other top coaches. You could literally type in Beachbody coach tips and 100 videos will pop up. And it doesn't matter if you're listening to a top coach in the network. If you're listening to somebody who has taken the time to put their like thoughts up on YouTube, it's probably somebody who has something to offer to you. So, maybe find an encouraging podcast, but whatever you do, start your day with positivity and, encouragement. I promise that filling yourself up with belief in this company is going to, help you so much. Starting your day with positivity. Okay, like, let's say that you're still worried. Like, what if your friends are going to think that this is a pyramid scheme? What if your friends are going to think that this is like you're just trying to steal their money and they're not going to get results? Who cares? Who cares what people are going to think? Sharing this business is a gift. They owe me one if I share this business with them. And it's the same for you. Like, if you share this, the challenge group, this business, whatever, if you share your passion and, give them the opportunity to change their life like you are changing your life, then they owe you one. Like, it's a gift to them. So, and I really do think that you'll be surprised at how many positive responses you get when you start getting really bold with your invites. People are going to join you, okay? And if you don't invite them, somebody else will, right? So think about it this way, like, whoa, that was my cat. Okay, so think about this, like, would you wait to share about a restaurant that you loved? Like, let's say you went to dinner with, somebody that you cared about, and like, they had this freaking mind-blowing pasta and a huge extensive wine list, and you were super impressed by the service, and there were so many aspects of this restaurant that you loved, okay? You had an amazing experience. Like, you would share that, right? So equate that with Beachbody. Like, think about all of the different things that you love about Beachbody. Think about all of the different things that you love about being a coach, and about your challenge group, and about like Shakeology. That I could make a list of 1,000 things that I love about Shakeology, but make a list of 30 things you love about this company, not just fitness related, but business too, like, and Shakeology, everything. Get specific, and then boom, now you have a whole month's worth of content to share on your social media, right? And then, if somebody isn't interested in what you're offering or what you're doing, that's okay. Don't be offended if they're not interested. Not everybody likes Italian food, right? Like, some people want to go to the Mexican restaurant instead, and that's okay. All right. So I wanted to start out, talking about that personal development and the mindset stuff, because it's super, super, super important. Okay. I skipped this slide. All right. Number 1, with actual sharing. Okay. Number 1 is consistency, okay? Posting 3 to 5 times per day on your social media it just has to become a habit, because anytime you post anything on your social media, Facebook has algorithms that decide who gets to see what you post in their newsfeed. And it takes everything into account. The more clicks and likes and comments and shares you get on your posts, the more Facebook will be like, oh, hey, people care about what this person has to say, right? So they're going to end up putting your stuff higher up on the news feed. They're going to put your stuff in front of more people. Like, I don't know if this is true or not, but does my stuff pop up in your news feed a lot?
Yeah, it does for me.
Okay, so that's probably because I get a lot of engagement on my posts. And it's also because you and I private message each other. Like, for a while, you probably didn't see a lot of me, like maybe once in a while. But when we're in communication with each other, when I'm messaging people, and when you're messaging people, those people are going to see your posts more often. And when you're really boosting your Facebook affinity, going live boosts your Facebook affinity. Using the Facebook stories, like I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, but if you go to your Facebook app, this little camera up here allows you to post to your stories. And like, this is my story today. I'm sharing about my 3-day refresh meals, right? So this is my story today. Sorry. The more that you do that kind of stuff, the more affinity you're going to have, and the more people are going to see your stuff. Okay. So think about it this way. The more traffic you get to your stuff, the more the important posts are going to show up in people's newsfeed. Okay. So like, let's say you have a super important coaching opportunity post that you're going to be posting on Sunday evening. Okay. Maybe earlier in that day, post a graphic that has like 5 different coffee cups with like 5 different colors of coffee and be like, which one do you like? Bonus points if you can guess which one I like. And I bet you'll have like 20 or 30 comments on that post with people just wanting to tell you how they take their coffee. Maybe ask somebody what kind of sunblock they like to use on their kids if you have kids, or maybe ask somebody, hey, I'm looking for a new shampoo, what do you use? And maybe you love your shampoo, maybe you don't care what kind of shampoo they use, but if you're getting lots of comments and likes on that post, it's going to boost your affinity. Okay, and maybe you're going to find your new favorite shampoo. Maybe you're happy with your shampoo now and there's another one that's even better. You never know. So it's super important to boost your engagement a few times per week, because then people are going to see more of the important posts. And then posts where people see you actively involved in your lifestyle change. Sorry, the thing was lagging. Posts that show you actively involved in your new lifestyle change are going to generate interest and questions, okay? When I first started my journey as a coach, I was super nervous about sharing. I thought people were going to be really annoyed by me. And like, I started posting my workout videos right away. And that was the best move I've made for my business, because people were like, what the heck? Kathryn's posting workout videos all of a sudden. Like, what the heck is going on? And they asked me questions. And the people who asked me questions usually ended up joining the challenge group. And if they didn't then, they have certainly by now. So it was uncomfortable for me at first, but I'm so glad that I did it, because everybody wants to get in shape at home. Okay, some people like going to the gym, but nobody really likes going to the gym, right? Like, nobody likes to go and do all this work and not get results, which is what usually happens at the gym, okay? So I wanted to give you guys this little script to invite those who are engaging on your posts, who are, liking and commenting. So it's right here. It says, hey, so I'm super excited about this new lifestyle I'm trying. I don't exactly know how it all works yet, but I've done my research. I've seen a lot of people who've gotten incredible results. It's fitness, nutrition, clean eating, all bundled up together. Would you be willing to try this with me, right alongside me? I'd love your opinion and testimonial to share. I've got an awesome private group we can join for motivation, recipes, support, and guidance as well. I know I can trust your opinion. If you totally hate it, you can return it and get your money back. I'd love your support on this. Obviously, it's kind of like disjunct, but make it your own. Like these are good bones for just a super sudden, like cold invite, somebody that you haven't even talked to about it. Like, they've liked your post. They liked your post where you were, showing them your workout. That's like an invitation, right? Like, they're saying, hey, I like this. I like this workout that you're doing. Or, hey, I like that healthy recipe that you posted. I never finished my vanilla fresh shake. So, keep that in mind. If somebody's commenting and liking on your stuff, then that's like an invitation to invite them. Okay. Next, it's super important to post with a purpose. Like, it's better to post value less often than just like throw up random crap more often. Like, if you're just like hitting the share button on other people's posts every hour, like, nobody is going to be interested in that. People are going to start unfollowing you because people don't want to follow the person that you're sharing from. They want to follow you. Like, people are friends with you because of that unique trait that you have about yourself. So be predictable, but not too much. Like, you want people to know, like, oh, hey, it's Transformation Tuesday. I can't wait to see the next transformation or whatever. But don't post the same 3 things every day. Like, here's my workout selfie, here's my shake, here's my kids. You could be the most interesting person in the world, but if your content has no value for these people, they're going to unfollow you. So think about what you're interested in other people. Like, who are you interested in? Is there another coach you love to stalk? Like, is there somebody super encouraging on Instagram that you follow? Like, watch them, be inspired by them, and then duplicate what they're doing. There's nothing new under the sun. I promise you, it's totally okay to borrow someone else's idea. As long as you're not copying and pasting and plagiarizing, like, use other people's ideas. Absolutely. Like, if something's working for them, it'll probably work for you too. So I wanted to give you four different kinds of posts to make to really start building value on your page, so that you're not just like throwing up random pictures that people are like, what is this? Like, is this person a health and fitness coach, or is this person like, I don't know what this person is doing. So a really, really great way to avoid that is to educate, empower, and entertain. And then I added in be emotional, because you'll see why. Okay, so educating, number one. So I don't know about you guys, but I'm super curious about everything. Like, if I see somebody on Facebook like doing a DIY like teeth whitening thing, I'm like, okay, get me on that DIY thing. Or if I see somebody like cooking the perfect chicken breast, like I want to learn how to do it too. Or if somebody says something about some chemical somewhere, I'm like, okay, I need to go learn about that chemical so I don't get cancer. You know what I mean? Like, think about the things that you're interested in, the things that you're curious about, and learn about them and then share about them. Like, let's say you have a really great recipe for, I don't know, chili. Maybe go live and teach everybody how to make your chili recipe. Maybe you have, I don't know, I'm just pulling things out of the air, but think about it, okay? If you can teach somebody something they don't already know, they're going to respect you. You're going to build credibility with them, and they're going to be that much more likely to trust you when you say, hey, like, I have this challenge group. People are losing weight like crazy. Like, do you want to try it? They're going to be so much more likely to try you because you already have provided value to them. And don't assume that just because something is a no-brainer to you that somebody else wouldn't benefit from it. Like, a lot of people don't know how much water they're supposed to be drinking. A lot of people don't know that, like, canola oil is not the best oil to use. A lot of people don't know, like, even how to peel garlic, without getting stuff all over your hands. Like teach people what you know. And a really great way to teach about like educating is to go live or do a video. I highly recommend that. Okay, not step two, but item number 2 is empower. America at large is very unhappy with their lives. Like, our country is full of very, very unhappy people. People are bogged down by self-doubt. They're constantly criticizing themselves. They're just generally unhappy, and they need something positive to look forward to. They need encouragement and they need empowerment, and you are the one who can provide that to them. You're this light at the end of the dark tunnel that they're in, okay? You can be that for them. So when people follow you on social media and they're in that dark tunnel, you want to be the light, right? Like, you want to give them something to smile about. You want to give them the, you can do it, dang it, when they feel like they cannot, in fact, do it. Be that for them. Like, share, if something is on your mind, write it down and share about it. If you see something encouraging pop up on your newsfeed, save it to your phone and share it. But empowerment is awesome. And think about it this way. Like, if you are doing your workout and you didn't want to do your workout, but you did it anyway, think of how empowering that is to somebody else. I used to watch people on Instagram and be like, dang, like, I would read the quotes like, everyone, even, the person who's going super slow is lapping everyone on the couch. And I'd be like, that's so true. I should go run a really slow mile, So all of those things are empowering. All right. And then finally, entertaining. This one's almost even more important than the other 3 because people love to laugh. People love to see like the ironic, dramatic, ridiculous stuff. Share those things. Like, if something makes you laugh, write it down and save it in your phone, because that's going to be an awesome post for later. If you are like a super huge dork like I am, and you have all kinds of dorky moments, share about them. People want to connect with who you are. Like, people don't want to connect with some perfect, like, oh, I have my whole life together kind of person. Like, that's not real. They want to see the real you. And then the last one is emotional, okay? one of the posts that connected me with a ton of people, like people were messaging me about this post for weeks afterwards, was a post that I did about like the really confusing emotions between loving the baby that we lost in 2014 and feeling like I love Everett even more because we lost that baby. Like that was a really emotional post. I was crying writing that post, and it was scary to share that post. But so many people were touched by it, and I believe it helped some people. Like I really believe that it did. So the key here is not to write to the entire world. Like, who are you talking to? You're writing to one person. You're writing to the former you. You're writing to the person who's broken in all the same places you are, the person who's like struggling through all the things that you're overcoming. And that's the person who's going to benefit the most from you and your help. So don't post to everyone. Keep that one person in mind when you're posting. And just be you, be transparent. And then think deep. Like you could share, oh, I lost 30 pounds. Or you could share about your emotional eating and binging and how you used to, whatever. And why you let yourself slip so much and how that made you feel and how it feels now that you've pulled yourself out of it. Like you have an empowering story to tell. And keep in mind, you only have 8 seconds from the time somebody sees your post until they decide they're going to read the whole thing. 8 seconds. Make sure you grab their attention. Make sure you have an eye-catching image that's not like confusing or weird. Just bright, eye-catching. Make sure there's good lighting. Don't like go into the darkest corner of your house and take a selfie. And then make sure your headline stands out. Maybe use emojis. Do something catchy for the first sentence of your post. And as always, 80% of your posting should be you and 20% should be Beachbody. And that I just do that by breadcrumbing. Okay, this was the 8 seconds post or slide. Okay, and then these slides, I'm not going to talk about them. I'm just going to leave them here so you can look back on them if you want to. But again, images are everything. Make sure you're using clear, crisp images. You're creating curiosity. Your face is super, super important. Like people, when they can see into your eyes when you post, like they are going to trust you more. They're going to be like, you know what, the eyes are the windows to that person's soul. And I can see that they are a wonderful, beautiful person because I see the sincerity in their eyes. And every single one of you in here, I know you personally, at least, if not a ton, at least a little bit. And I know that every single one of you is a beautiful person who has an amazing mission and something incredible to share with the world. So, you share your eyes, like make sure people can see your whole face in your eyes. And again, lighting, super important. And then finally, the timing of your posts. If you are posting at like super weird times of day, your posts probably aren't going to get very much engagement. Try posting at different times and seeing what time your people are going to engage the most. Like my people engage a lot in the morning and then late, like 10 o'clock at night, because that's when they're on their phones and on their lunch hour too. So that's when I try to post my really important things, either super early in the morning or really, really late at night, because I know that people are going to see it. So just pay attention to your market. All right, finally, call to action. Number 1, I want you to make a list of 30 things you love about coaching and start sharing one per day. Like, guys, my biggest struggle in this business is content. I always feel like, I don't know what to talk about today. Making lists of things. I have a whole notepad in my phone where I steal other people's posts and I copy them and I paste them into my notepad and I look at them for inspiration when I'm feeling stuck. And I use the time hop on my, in my own account, and I use those posts that I wrote a year ago. But having a list of things that I love about coaching, like that helps so much. And then tomorrow, I want you to post 4 times, 1 educational, 1 entertaining, 1 empowering, and 1 emotional. Okay, we have like a minute and a half left. Does anyone have any questions?
Did you get your gallon of water drank yesterday?
I did. Yes, I forgot to share about that in the challenge. Ugh, I just bit my tongue. I forgot to share. I told you, like, I am slurring my speech right now. I'm so hungry.
Because you didn't finish your last vanilla.
I know. Well, thank you guys so much for hopping on. I love seeing all of your faces. And oh, I meant to mention, get a success partner. If you don't have a success partner, like go find one, because that is going to help you more than anything in this business. And if you have like a post that's flopping, you can run to your success partner and be like, go comment on my post right now. And they'll help you out. So, and obviously all of us are willing to do that too. Like if you have a post that's flopping, we can save it, I promise. All right, well, I'm gonna let you guys go. I hope everybody has a good night. And I'll post the slides and the recording in just a little bit.
Cool. Thank you.